So Nadler. Let's do his October. Nadler. Seven of Wands, higher ground, sloppy shuffle. Nadler. Cards stick together. Nadler. First, Two of Cups, agreements and bonds. A little peek at your outcome. Either wishful thinking or your desires are fulfilled. We'll see what accompanies. So we have Two of Cups, agreements and bonds, and the Seven of Pentacles. So everybody right now is waiting. They're in the waiting game. This is a card of patience. You're waiting. Nancy's waiting. Shift is waiting. You're all waiting right now. Wonder if I'll get the Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords or Three of Cups. There is the Four of Pentacles. Someone is holding on to this information. This is what's come up in all three of you guys' readings. Someone is holding on to your information. But you know that. It's not a prediction or anything. You're waiting. Pompeo is standing in your way. There is the Queen of Wands. So it's probably Nancy, but we'll see. And then there's a mystery with the Moon card. This is not Nancy. This is some other woman. I don't know if she has access to this information. She's not giving it or what's happening, but she is obstructing right now. Or it could be Pompeo. It's not always a woman just because it's a queen. It just could be the opposite side of a person's personality. Because in regards to Nancy, he comes up as the King of Wands. But when it comes to you all, because you all may be more directly influenced by him, he could come up as the Queen. Because he has a different kind of influence, so a different kind of energy. So he has this mystery out here. Because he's not being forthcoming with the information. There is a new something. There's a new testimony or a person being brought in that hasn't been brought in before. So a new testimony. Two of Wands, it's going to open a lot for you all though. Like in the next 2 weeks, or in the next 2 weeks, first 2 weeks of October, or 2 weeks in October, you are going to be just inundated with information or inundated with avenues to explore. This person's going to add a lot. Be sure to ask the right questions. Three of Cups, that's in your fear. Well, like I said, I was waiting on the Three of Cups to pop up, and this is the unity between three people. The hopes is the Chariot, so victory through triumph and self-discipline. There is justice in the environment. And the High Priestess. So there is something you know, or something that is classified, I will say, with the High Priestess and the Judgment, or the Justice card. There is something classified legally that is going to fall into your hands come October. The King of Wands, there he is. That's your word of warning. This is why the Queen pops up, because I only have one set of court cards, so he couldn't be in two places at once. This is your word of warning. So Pompeo is withholding information. Your word of solace, he is, someone's bound though. This is being bound and powerless with the Eight of Swords. So it's not, and then the Three of Pentacles. So you will have an alliance. It will be concrete. It will be strong. And you will get what you want. So I think they will put pressure on Pompeo. They will put pressure on those who have information pertinent to the case. And then they will get what they want. There is the Knight of Swords. So there is, and this is why I said to Adam Schiff, you can't just bare your teeth. You're going to have to bite. So they're going to have to be a lot stronger on these people that you talk to. Ace of Swords. There is victory and clarity. So information is coming to you. The Five of Swords. When at all costs, in particular instance, you're going to have to. You're going to have to pull every trick you possibly can. And the King of Cups. So you are going to have to sort of, you and Adam Schiff are going to have to be tougher. You have to. And Maxine Waters in the Financial Committee, when someone comes in to testify to you, you're going to have to be tougher on them. You have to. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Seven of Cups. Three of Swords. And the Four of Cups. So someone throws a bit of a wrench into your plans by saying you're going to get 10% of what you asked for, take it or leave it. If for some reason you can't force their hand. Because your luck is changing. The World. There is global enemies here. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there is being thrown out in the cold. Ten of Swords. There is a loss. And the Emperor. Yeah, this is what Adam Schiff got to. You got the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. There are people out there in the world who have more influence than you do that you will run up against and you will lose. You will have something that you want from certain sources that you cannot get because it involves them. The Magician. You have a trick up your sleeve. Very good for you. The Eight of Cups. There is an abandonment of something. So I think a current approach. Like I said, with the Knight of Swords, you're going to have to be a lot tougher. This is the chivalrous one, person who rushes in. And the Tower. And then the Hangman. You have an approach to something that is going to leave someone trapped and bound. Do it. You second guess because it doesn't seem ethical. It's legal, but it doesn't seem ethical. But do it. By God, do it. We are, okay, here's why my frustration with Pelosi was mounting. Not simply because she didn't ask for impeachment, but because every day this man is in office is one step closer to something awful happening. Children in cages, taking money from the army to try to build a stupid wall, which he's not ever going to really build. I always said this a long time ago. He's going to take that money and it's going to be somewhere else. It's not going to be at the wall. You go down there and the wall might be made of Legos or something. Although Legos are quite expensive, but he's not. This is why I was just like, you have to be tougher on everything. Schiff, Nadler, Pelosi, in the NYAG, do your work. I hope you succeed in your endeavors, but be tougher. You have to be. The fate of the country literally hangs in the balance.